Speaker Pelosi, what have you found? What are you going to share with us from your home?
Chocolate.
Really?
Chocolate candy.
Oh, wow.
And this is something you can get through the mail.
Okay.
Run out. Now show.
Oh my. Wow.
Other people in our family look for some other flavors, but chocolate, and then we have some other chocolate.
Since you've been isolating in your house, how much of your regular diet do you think is ice cream and candy?
Well, as much as possible. It is. I enjoy it. I like it better than any. For the Judiciary Committee, that before he testified, he said to me, "Madam Speaker, do you think that I can tell George's daughter that his name will be always remembered because you'll name the bill for him?" And I said, "Well, I'll recommend that to the Judiciary Committee and to the Congressional Black Caucus who have shaped the bill. But I only will do that if you tell me that this legislation is worthy of George Kirby's name." Is worthy of George Kirby's name. Is better than the Medicare benefit, but I welcome the debate. I think that we should testify in Congress in the ways. I think that the Affordable Care benefit is better.
So as Jake Johnson of Common Dreams explains, nearly 3/4 of the American public and a historic number of Democratic lawmakers support Medicare for all, but the House Democratic leadership is considering using its newly won majority to impose a rule that would recklessly betray the grassroots forces that put them in power by making single-payer and other progressive priorities impossible to enact. According to a list of Democratic proposals obtained by the Washington Post, House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, who is currently fighting back against efforts to prevent her from becoming House Speaker, is pushing for a rule that would require a 3/5 supermajority to raise individual income taxes on the lowest earning 80% of taxpayers. Though the proposed rule is framed as an effort to protect the financial well-being of middle-class Americans, Eric Levitz of New York Magazine pointed out that while progressives are committed to increasing the discretionary income of the bottom 80%, that does not necessarily mean keeping their tax rates frozen at historically low levels. A bill that required those households to pay a new, smaller monthly sum to the government so as to fund a single-payer system that would actually reduce their cost of living by delivering radically cheaper healthcare services could hardly be called regressive, Levitz notes. And the same can be said for legislation establishing universal childcare, paid family leave, or any other program aimed at easing the middle class's financial burdens. Equating support for middle-class families with opposition to increasing their tax rates is a conservative project which Democrats have no business advancing, Levitz said. If the party wishes to establish structural barriers to policies that would hurt the middle class, why not require a 3/5 majority to cut Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security? Combined with Pelosi's expressed commitment to reviving the economically illiterate pay-go rule, which would require that all new spending be offset by spending cuts or tax hikes, the proposed tax restriction would completely undercut Medicare for all, free public college, a federal jobs guarantee, and other ambitious left-wing policies by dramatically restricting the party's ability to raise revenue and effectively handing Republicans the power to block progressive legislation. This is complicated, but I need you to understand why this is a gift to Republicans. In order to get policies like Medicare for All, we do need a monthly income tax increase to fully fund it. But if you pass this arbitrary rule saying you're not allowed to raise taxes on income earners in the bottom 80%, then what does that mean? It means that we're not able to get Medicare for All. As the article states, it kneecaps progressive policy priorities because it makes it impossible to pass them. And this, in addition with PAYGO, it's very clear that Nancy Pelosi is working with Republicans to undermine progressive policy ideas.